Halo sore semuanya. Kita mau hari ini live reaction ya. Hari ini jadi kita nggak tayangin matchnya. Jadi kita bakal nonton, dan kalian yang mau nonton bisa cek di YouTube AFC Asian Cup. Dan sekarang lagi match India versus Syria.
Again, their fans will be delighted to see them through to the knockout phase of the eAsian Cup
with their huge community, football community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fandom. I mean, in terms of sports, you know, I know from obviously my homeland of England. You know, India. Whenever it's like cricket, India fandom is unreal, and for any of their sportsmen, be it virtual or real, they are well behind their people, and it's fantastic to see from them. Again, great result for them against Syria, against, as you already said, one of the stronger teams, or what we would have said, one of the stronger teams in the competition, and especially in that group as well. I think almost the anomaly that is Uzbekistan's performances on day one has just completely shook that group up to its core.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Syria with 0 points, I would have not expected that.
I don't think anybody would have expected
it.
But this is where we are, and this is why we said at the top of day one, and we'll say it again here, this is the beauty of tournament esports or tournament football. Anything is possible. When these games are played out, yes, we'll have expectations, yes, we'll have favourites, but sometimes upsets can happen. I feel as though that is one of them. That's one of the bigger ones we've seen so far in this tournament. And like we said, coming up next will be Tajikistan versus Lebanon, and again, that has its own connotation. I mean, how tight that group is, and the holders, the hosts, should I say, are the ones that are sat on ice at the moment, and they're waiting to see what happens next. Because again, they are in a delicate part of town, because frankly, they have got to wait to see what happens in both of these games to see whether they will qualify through. And again, even from a standpoint of best third place finishes, but as we've seen from Tajikistan and from Lebanon, we saw Lebanon in the first game of yesterday. They drew 0-0 with Qatar. We saw Tajikistan, again, wasn't quite as, I would say, fluid as what we would have expected.
Yeah.
But now we've got these these 4 players and these 2 nations that are now going to battle it out, and it'll be a case of, again, basically winner stays on, essentially, as it would be. The winner stays in the competition, you would have to think.
Yeah, maybe we were able to get the result of the first game, because I was hearing that Tajikistan was scoring a goal and was 1-0 in lead, so would make it easier for us to understand the situation right now. But I think we will find that out.
Well, of course, if you haven't caught the games on AFC.com, the good news is at the end of today's stream, we'll have a full roundup of final standings of the group. So we'll find out exactly what has happened in all of these games, because again, we'll have to use our math skills to figure it all out. But ultimately, going by what we can see on the screen, both of these teams are still very tense. They're still very deep in conversation on the left-hand side of our screen, and again, deep in focus on the right-hand side of our screen as well. See them just gearing up, waiting to go here. And I would say, though, on the left-hand side of the screen, Lebanon seemed a little bit more relaxed. I mean, one of the players looks like he's ready to, maybe fall asleep in his chair. I think he's just waiting to get going. I think sometimes that can be, as we mentioned yesterday, that can be a little bit of an issue where you are waiting and waiting and waiting.
Lebanon nyantai banget ya. 3 poin mereka dapat sih.
You've got just enough time to kind of consider what you're going to do. Certainly there's a lot of taps and
Lebanon poin 4 plus 1, Qatar poin 4. Selisih gol 0. Tajikistan poin 3 tapi minus 1. Tiga-tiganya hampir pasti lolos ini.
We've got to make sure that all the players have got all their setups correct. Got to make sure all their game plans are set up. Of course, we don't like excuses in esports, so I don't want to hear my controller wasn't plugged in, or oh, the screen wasn't the right one. I want to hear, yeah, everything was how it should have been, and that's how we fought.
Yeah, I can I can take a look at their screens and I can see that they are selecting the teams right now
Okay, perfect.
and
So
adjusting their controller settings.
yeah, everything's going to be kind of just so.
Yeah, here you can see it once
That's
again.
a great shot of the screen, by the way. That is a great shot. And again, it just shows. It does just show the kind of the conditions that these guys are playing in. Obviously, there's PS5 there, monitors, and you won't see this on camera, folks. But Neta has got gamer lean. He's got gamer lean into just seeing what these guys are doing. And of course,
I wanted
that's our
to
job.
see the
Of
pass
course,
level.
as the expert, of course, you've got to know that. You've got to see everything that you can see, so that we know what we've got.
In
And
this,
he's always curious to
in
see
this
about pass
game,
support.
you have different pass levels.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's going from 1 up to 4, and this is what I wanted to see. 1 is the most assisted one, and 4 is almost, not almost, it's full manual without any AI assist while you are passing.
So I've just got word from our production team, thankfully. It's just for drama here, and add even more drama to this. First game between Lebanon and Tajikistan finished 1-1.
For
So-
Tajikistan.
So, well, no, it's a draw.
A draw.
So,
One,
so it's
1-1.
So, in terms of what that does to the group, puts
Solo
Lebanon
player.
on 5 points,
Siapa ini?
puts Tajikistan on 4, but puts Qatar on 4.
Baim kah?
But Qatar are ahead by 1 goal.
Wow.
So this group is incredibly tight. So as drama could be, it is incredibly tight. So every goal here will matter because, of course, you have to think, we talk about qualification. We talk about the fact that, of course, if you're in a group, the thing that you want to do, you want to qualify top of the group. You don't want to be runner-up because you might get one of the other group leaders. You don't want that. You know, for example, if we take a look at Group C, we've got the Islamic...
Solo player siapa? Rizal ya?
the United Arab Emirates.
Atau Baim?
You don't want the risk of playing one of those guys. That's
Definitely not.
That's not a risk you want. So, in terms of positioning, every goal here is now going to be critical. As we'll see, as you can see in the kind of, I would say, the quadrant, the top right quadrant, you can see Lebanon taking a look at their team selection. We can just about see on their side of the screen that even looks like potentially, if I just squint enough, I think it's a 3-5-2 that they're employed.
Crazy. Yeah,
So
they're
but Lebanon look like they are
playing
really
with a
coming
3 at
to
the
go
back.
for this here.
Ah.
And again, of course, on the Tajikistan side of things, almost that stereotype 4-3-3. So, Med, the advantages. Give us some advantages of playing 3-5-2. And what are the disadvantages of playing 3-5-2?
Kita lihat wasitnya.
The disadvantages overweigh
Ngasih
in my
timer
opinion.
buat
So,
waktunya.
so
So
let us know what those
I
disadvantages
start
are.
with the disadvantages.
Hello, everybody, and
You
welcome
have
to
only
today's
3
match.
defenders. That means you are really vulnerable on the wings. I would go for a death talks, but I see that we are right about kicking off.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see the pitfalls potentially of 3-5-2 because it's not a formation. I would
And
think
it's
either.
Tajikistan who's playing with 3 at the back.
Absolutely. It'll be Lebanon from left to right in the red.
Yes.
It'll be Tajikistan in the white from right to left. But certainly looks like Tajikistan are coming for it here. As
Oke, udah kick off nih.
Sukharov.
Lebanon lawan Tajikistan.
pass
I'm
in,
so curious for their
Salihov.
defensive behavior.
and it's cleared away by Melki. Maktub. Sukharov. Kamokulov trying to get it. It's cleared away. Jadi.
Good start from Tajikistan. Nice first
Boyev.
action.
He's dribbling all the way back in. And it's a bit casual, but Nassar will clear it away. Bugiel. Lajud.
Look at these gaps. Look at these
Lajud.
spaces at the back.
And that's almost the risk and reward is that yes, you'll have more players in midfield, but realistically you are leaving yourself a bit more exposed at the back, and of course counter-attacks, especially against a 3-man defence.
Whoa,
As
what
we
a
see
mistake.
Samayev looks to try and
Alamak.
dummy inside, finds the alley up and wins
Great
a free
situation
kick.
for a free kick.
It's
Great
a
position.
very good free kick there.
Yeah. Again, a huge mistake. And this is what I was talking about yesterday too. This mode lives off the mistakes of the player. You are always able to score, or often only able to score when the opponent is making a mistake. So who's got the nerves? Who is cold-blooded enough to make the less mistakes as possible?
Absolutely.
Ya,
And again, you can see almost the again, almost like you would see like a committee of people.
Free kick. Tapi kalau lihat game kayak gini,
like a committee of people standing over
permainan
a free
Indo
kick.
kemarin lebih
This is almost like that. The pause
lebih
come
fluid,
in, and there's almost like it's a committee
lebih
meeting to
lincah.
go, right, what are we going to do here?
Rizky sama Elga kemarin passingnya lancar banget. Kalau ngelihat pop yang lain kayaknya ragu-ragu buat passing ke teman sendiri.
Can catch up with the action on AFC.
Oke, Tajikistan sekarang free kick ya.
Like I say, for all of the games today, I would suggest a split screen between
Asian
this
Cup.
and all of those games because you won't want to miss a kick from anybody. It's Safarov over the ball.
Ooh.
Tajikistan, are they going to look
What
for
will
a
they
trick
do?
or are they going to look for a pass? What are they going to look for? Is that certainly looks like a trajectory set for me.
Ya, udah kelok nih kayaknya.
Yeah, it's mind games.
Safarov.
I would do the
What's
same.
the ball in?
bagus.
Oh, a goal! What a set piece from Tajikistan! It caught everybody cold. And Tajikistan have found themselves a goal up. What a brilliant piece of set piece play!
Smart, but I'm asking myself why Lebanon is doing this. They are opening up the spaces. They are leaving all the players free just to cover the space behind their own wall. Wow.
Aduh,
We have seen
operatornya kenapa nih? Nggak kasih lihat. Nah, itu
lot of
kayak
different
replay.
things.
Completely
We've seen it
free
for-
in the 5-yard box. This is unreal.
We've seen it to trick goalkeepers. We've seen it to go under the wall. I don't think I've ever seen somebody pick out a pass with a trajectory set. That is an unbelievable goal from
Smart.
Tajikistan. It certainly puts them in the driver's seat here. Safarov. And a bit of confidence for them as well.
Yeah,
That's
Tajikistan is showing a different face than yesterday. Completely different.
certainly following what they're
Itu Tajikistan poinnya 6 ya. Lebanon turun dong.
Asian Cup. Tajikistan have a little bit of a fairy tale journey there. They may have started their own virtual one here. Bugael.
And they need it.
Jaradi. Lebanon looking for a response here. Bugael. Lajoud. It away. Samayev. Wins the header. Mansour wins it. Jaradi coming back down his right hand side. What can Lebanon find here? Can they find an answer? Davlatmir will clear it away, but it's going back in and under pressure there. Mabayev. Shukurov. Good footwork from Shukurov. Stahaliov, the captain. Kamrokulov. To Amabayev.
Pemain keduanya nggak gerak sih.
Stunning pass is getting intercepted here.
They are indeed. Jaradi. Lebanon looking for that counter-attack. I think sometimes they need to throw counter-attack out of the window
To punish a 3 at the back. Wait, I want to see the cross.
That's Lajoud with the cross. Headed clear.
To punish a 3 at the back, you need to make fast counter-attacks that you can punish them at the back. But if you are giving them too much time to position themselves, the 5 in the center will run back and they will make an outnumbering situation. So this is what I don't see from Lebanon, that they are speeding up their counter-attacks, that they are speeding up their build-ups while they are going to the front. They are taking too much time for their attacks. This is a big problem right now. So they are not able to find spaces. They are not able to create chances.
Absolutely. Very well made point there. In terms of counter-attacks, they need to be almost flying with that red wave down the field, and instead it's a little bit kind of static in terms of what we are seeing as Umabayev clears it forward and El Hindi in towards looking for Matuk, it's cleared away. Safarov, the assist maker of the first goal, towards Aliov.
And the other side, Tajikistan is making a great offensive gameplay.
They really are.
I really
They're
can't
utilising their squad in the best of manners here. Tintul Safarov,
Nice.
great touch there. Samayev with the, I think it was a stunning cross. It certainly wasn't a shot.
Stunning cross, yes.
Certainly wasn't a shot.
Unexpected.
Although the ball's gone back into the box. Header,
Oh
goal!
my gosh.
And I believe that's Samayev that's tucked it away. And Tajikistan have got 2 goals up here. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's Kamrukolov who has stuck that one home. And Tajikistan are 2 goals ahead.
Tajikistan 2 guys.
I think that even caught this ball looks like it's dead when it goes out here, but
Exactly.
Zaliov recovers it.
And then
Beautiful
while
ball
he was
in.
doing the cross, the defender of Lebanon, I could see it, that in his pass bar, he didn't load it up, so he didn't press
coachnya atau
nothing.
manajernya
And
tuh.
the Tajikistan player was just faster, and he was able to get the first ball in the ear, and he rewarded
And you
himself.
can see what it means to their contingent, not just the players on the sticks, their coach delighted to see his team 2 goals to 0 up here against Lebanon.
And it's
And if
deserved.
we're talking about permutations,
Here's the drag back.
a 2-goal deficit for Lebanon, I believe, if my maths are correct, puts them below the host Qatar, and Qatar will go into runner-up in the group without even kicking a ball.
This is so exciting, man.
That is an unbelievable stat if my maths are correct.
Qatar raising the Tajikistan flags right now.
Certainly so. They are certainly willing on Tajikistan with every kick of the football. But Lebanon will not let this one go. Lashur trying to backheel it. It's cleared away for a corner.
Second ball. Smart one.
It's cleared away.
Yeah.
Sorry, beg your pardon, my maths are incorrect. I've just realised this because the first game finished a draw. That puts both teams on. Yeah, we'll confirm it. There's so many thoughts and processes, and I'm so shell-shocked by Tajikistan's lead here, and it could get even worse. Here's Shukurov. Shukurov into the box. It's just tipped over the bar. It's a corner ball.
You see me impressed? You see me impressed. What Tajikistan is doing here is completely different from yesterday. And this is what the tournament needs. This is what I was talking before the tournament. In this kind of group stage systems, you have the chance. Let's see if Lebanon can do a fast counter-attack here. This is a nice speed.
Certainly is.
But
Nasser coming down the left-hand side there.
So you're allowed to have a bad day.
They are, indeed. As Samayev tries to head that one.
But today is definitely not a bad day
Certainly
for Tajikistan.
Not a bad day whatsoever. They're going to pick up potentially 4 points here in a group where they really needed to pick them up. It is only half-time here, but they are 2 goals ahead. What a wonderful story for Tajikistan, as we said.
Just a quick request today for everybody.
They are going for the group win.
They're going for everything. They don't want to finish second. They
Tajikistan
don't
dan
want
Lebanon sama-sama poin 5 ya. Enggak deng. Lebanon 5, Tajikistan sekarang berarti 3 plus 1 4.
Now they are switching to 4 at the back. You can see it.
7 poin.
So they want to be more safe, more secure, which is understandable. Oh, 5 at the back.
Yeah. And the reason is, and I've just, again, the maths has just clicked back into my head here, folks. Realistically, because of that draw in the first game, Qatar now need Lebanon to score. They now need Lebanon to win, because that will bring down Tajikistan's goal difference.
But look at the screen. I
know,
think that
I know.
will be really
That's
hard
what I'm saying.
now.
Now it means now that if you
Playing
are
against the 5 at the back, 2-0 down. Ooh.
if you're a fan of Qatar, you are looking. You can see
he is so
he's
happy.
seen stuff on the screen.
He
He's
is so proud,
very
so
excited.
happy.
Is Tajikistan's coach? He knows what it means. And look at the kind of the
this is the opposite
side of it. Lebanon not quite sure what to think here. What a performance it has been so far by Tajikistan. As we said, in terms of the real Asian Cup, I believe they're into the quarterfinals. Tajikistan, which is
Really?
a first for them. Unbelievable from
Wow.
them. And that's what we said. The Cinderella story in real life is almost
Repeating
mimicking
him
what he's seeing in the virtual world as well.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic work from them. Again, if they can maintain this lead.
In general, this is something which I've never seen before, you know, that the real cup is taking place at the same time, at the same place as the virtual cup.
First time ever.
This
what
is such a
First
great
time
feeling.
ever that we've got the eSport or the eAsian Cup running alongside the AFC Asian Cup at the same time. And again, it just gives you these stories and these bits of narrative that you can kind of take and look at. And again, as Tajikistan, every time they score, they're out of their chairs, they're pump fisting, they've got their coach dancing, they have got everything that they could possibly want going for them here. And again, they won't care what result or what the results do to the group. They'll only care what the results do to their nation. And if it means that their nation goes through, that's all that counts, and that's all that matters
Yeah,
for
definitely,
them.
definitely.
And of course, at the moment, that means with the results as they would be standing, they would be top of the group with 7 points.
Some substitutions on both sides for the.
I believe that same
the
same
second
move's
half.
been made about substituting the goalkeeper as you saw in
Yeah.
the first day, which again still strikes me as a bit strange here from Lebanon.
But yeah, now we will see Park the Bus from Tajikistan. That will be so hard to break through.
Absolutely. It will be hard to break through. Is Bugel trying to find a way through. Nazarov will clear. Kulov trying to win the header. It's Jaladi. Just spotting every move that's made, that slight movement of and slight animation they can just pick up on and just take the ball back off. But Lebanon have regained possession. They're trying
But look
to
at
build
this
up
wide waves, 2 wide waves at the back, which you need to overcome. This is so hard, especially if you don't have that good dribblers in your team without the skills. Pooh, that will be a hard mission now for Lebanon.
Certainly will be a hard mission for
But
them.
it's not impossible.
It's improbable, but it's not impossible.
Well said.
It is not impossible. As we see here, nearly 60 in-game minutes gone here. Bugel.
Do you see the defense play?
It's
They
just-
are
it's-
making the same actions all the time.
It's essentially Tajikistan have built a brick wall and said, come on, break it down. Come and try and break us down, because at the moment they're very happy to just try and hit on counter. And look how many bodies are back here for Tajikistan.
They are
Quite
always
rightly what you
surrounded
said.
2, 3, 4 players.
They're just hunting in packs for this football, but Lajud trying to find his way through. Melki.
So hard.
That's it.
So hard.
So hard to break it down. Melki, though, the red wave
That
has
could be
started to
something.
come,
No. No.
Karnanov clears it away. Ball is there with Matuk, though. Matuk in towards Lajud. Lajud with the strike. It's parried out. It's a good save.
Look at that
no one there
patience.
to recover it, but it's composure there from Tajikistan to get the ball away. But again, the ball is still in motion. The ball is still there, and the clock is still ticking. Bougiel.
For Tajikistan.
Melki. Jaladi.
That was a
Jaladi
mistake
good bit of
here.
run there.
Can they
Bougiel.
punish it?
Can they get a ball into the box?
No.
They can't. They run out
No.
of real estate.
Yeah. No creativity, no ideas, no solutions to solve this problem. Yep. And then you have this result.
They're at the blackboard and they've run out of chalk. They've got no idea how to solve this equation.
Yeah.
No idea how to break this spirit that Tajikistan have brought to the table here today. Kamrakulov, Safarov. It's cleared away once more. And again, in terms of, let's cast our minds a little bit ahead here. I think from all of the teams that we've seen in Group A, I don't think you'd want to play any of them in a knockout phase, realistically, because Tajikistan, as you see them coming forward again, is Aliyev with a strike, good save. But as we've seen, there was a ball bounces
The next
back
bad
kindly.
mistake here.
Kamrakulov.
Nice dribbling.
Kamrakulov with the strike, good save again from the keeper. You wouldn't want to play against any of them.
Nah.
Qatar, home nation. Tajikistan, we're seeing it here. Tough opponent. Lebanon, tough to break down defensively. This hasn't been easy for Tajikistan, but they've made it look easy. As Lajud in towards Jaladi. You see there as well the resiliency and the work rate of Tajikistan. And as we said about that one brain solution that I'm going to steal and probably take for the rest of my casting days from you, Mendasa. It's exactly what they needed here. It's that one brain approach of you go and cover, I will go and press. And we'll make sure that we cover this off as
Yeah, but
Matuk comes down the
this
left.
is what is lacking for me in Tajikistan's play in the defense. They are both always doing the same. They are always running back.
Yep.
They are not attacking.
Certainly not. But with a 2-goal lead, they're very happy to do so. Yamatov with the punch clear.
I say it as yesterday, the German saying, the success give them the right. 2-0
Absolutely.
for them, 1 draw in the first game. Completely different than yesterday, so they did everything correct today.
Brilliant work there from Tajikistan. 9 in-game minutes left here. And it all spells big trouble here for Lebanon. Of course, we'll wait for full confirmation at the end of the day as to what teams have qualified and how we're looking in terms of the group stage. Of course, you can see Tajikistan now on all-out defence.
Full blue.
Full blue, as the community will happily call it. Girardi trying to find a way through. Karnanov will clear it away. There's only 4 in-game minutes left here, plus a little bit of stoppage time.
Yeah, but I don't think that we can expect remontada.
No, I don't think we can expect a remontada. Absolutely not. But as we saw in the first game, we may see a consolation goal. We may see a little bit of fight from Lebanon. It was almost like a little bit of a last hurrah in this game Of course, we'll wait for the full breakdown of how the groups panned out later on.
In both matches we've seen, the team lost who were lacking in ideas and creating goal chances. I see the same as Syria as the previous match, that they can only try to go for some crosses, to hope for the second ball, for the long range shootings, but there's no nice and perfect executed time through pass behind the opponent's back line. There's no smooth dribbling to create a good chance. All of lacking ideas here, and we have two deserved winners after this whistle.
Certainly from the first two games, we saw how good India were in the first game on the live stream today. I would say and argue certainly that Tajikistan have been equal to that ability. They have seemingly shut out Lebanon, unless there'll be one goal coming in here. Sabra, and there goes the final whistle. You can see the celebrations from Tajikistan.
Look at
They
this.
know what it means to them.
Yeah.
They know
Ya,
they're top
next
of the
match
group.
harusnya Indonesia ya. Indonesia lawan Jepang. Dan kita bakal lihat siapa yang bakal main. Kalau kemarin Rizky sama Elga, mungkin hari ini nggak harus Rizky sih, karena kita udah pasti lolos ya.
Versus Indonesia after this break.
Langsung dua-duanya nih. Katanya langsung dua-duanya. Mantap ya, berarti Indonesia bakal lawan Jepang 2 match. Mungkin disiarin langsung dua-duanya di AFC Asian Cup. Jadi kita bakal tunggu. Formasi apa yang bakal dipakai oleh teman-teman hari ini? Apakah seperti kemarin? Kemarin 4-3-3 ya. Dimas main. Kalau kalian cek di uniform, Egy speednya 89 dan mayoritas pemainnya Indonesia juga speednya rata-rata 80 semua ke atas sih. Jadi 87 malah ada. Marcelino speed berapa kemarin tadi ya? Aku lupa cek. Tapi so far pemain Indonesia di uniform enak-enak sih jadinya. Jadi cepat banget. Karena yang lain juga kan rata-rata speednya segitu. Sama aku sih pengen lihat Elkan di depan sih. Taktiknya Sintayong. Karena enak banget, heading tinggi banget, 194. Pemain Jepang nggak ada yang setinggi itu, paling tinggi 188. Tapi nggak tahu aku Bagot ada headingnya nggak ya? Lumayan tuh, spam heading dari corner atau dari crossing. Kita masih nunggu ya guys, masih nunggu break. Mereka lagi break. Jadi sesuai jadwal Indonesia main jam 7 dan bentar lagi jam 7 ya di bola kita nggak jadi juara grup, di sini jadi juara grup dan pasti lolos ke 16 besar. Cuman hitungan matematiknya nggak tahu nih karena bagannya banyak yang bolong-bolong, nggak semua full 4 tim. Jadi agak tricky ngitung juara ketiganya, dan Indonesia kalau cek kalau juara grup Oke, juara grup D ketemu sama Jordan. Oh, runner up 3 pertama. Ya ampun, ngapain kalian? Thank you Iren. Salam dari juru sambal. Saya nanti nyusul ke sana ya. Oh, kemarin katanya ada yang ngelarang sak. Jadi aku nanti aja deh. Habis ini aku rekam, nanti aku upload yang live matchnya. Sebenarnya nggak apa-apa sih, nggak ada yang nge-take down, nggak ada notif kayak kemarin juga. Kalau lagi bola mah kan kemarin langsung di notif, langsung di ban. Thank you Iren. Atau nanti kita coba aja ya live match. Gas aja, siap. Nanti kita gas. Mereka masih break nih soalnya. Nanti kita gas.
We have just seen two fascinating games of eFootball, but coming up next, we have two incredible esports nations going head to head, and we are about ready, I believe, to welcome them to the arena. Of course, Mendasa, this is something that you're very much
suara
looking
PS-nya sampai
forward to
masuk gini.
in terms of this game.
For me, this is like a grand final.
Yes,
This
it
is
certainly has that feel.
Japan versus
Indonesia.
It can't get better.
There
So
you
it's unreal. Two, as you said, two esports nations. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is one word to sum it up, it's wow. And I believe we are ready to introduce our nations into the stage or arena, so please welcome Japan and Indonesia!
Woo! Let's go, let's go. Itu suara PS-nya mati dulu kali. Kedengeran banget suara PS-nya. Oh, Elga main lagi. Oh enggak, Paudi ya.
And if we can have the referees to the stage for a group photo with the two teams, please.
Oh, Leva juga nggak main loh.
And of course we've got these two nations, Japan and Indonesia, on station 2. And as we said, we are going to see both these games on live stream. So we're going to see the first game of Japan versus Indonesia, and then we will see the away, or the away fixture as it were, on the second game that we're going to see on the stream.
Kita lihat kalau di sini ada Leva, Tapi Leva
We saw
nggak
a
turun
little
loh.
bit of
Jadi yang
Indonesia,
main
of
ini yang
course, and
duaan
people
kiri kanan.
forget the performance that
Little
we saw.
bit.
A little bit, of course. We saw a lot of what we saw from Indonesia.
Halo bro.
What are we expecting from this game, Med? What are we expecting?
Ya.
High intensity, high class gameplay. This is what I expect.
Absolutely, and I mean, I'll sum it in one word:
Ya.
fireworks.
Mereka nggak mainin Leva, kita nggak mainin
Fireworks is
Rizky
what
loh.
we're expecting here, 'cause both of these teams full of quality, both these teams full of goals, both these teams
Gila
full
sih
of
ini.
brilliant
Dan ini
skill
katanya langsung
on
2
the
match,
game.
jadi kita
And
bisa
certainly, as we
nonton
saw
langsung di
yesterday,
sini.
even though there is a little bit of a difference between the player skills in the game for Indonesia and Japan,
Jadi kita
didn't
bakal
really
lihat.
show when Indonesia took to the field.
Not really.
Absolutely did not take anything for them to just go, yeah, we've not really got a lot of player skills in that team, but you know what? We've got an incredible tandem in terms of Ritsuki Fayan and in Elga. And of course, looking at Japan's setup, I had a quick chat with them in terms of when we say that who we'd be expecting from their team. Lever not participating in one of these games, he'll be participating. It's a great thing to have within esports is the ability to maybe rotate your players. As you would see in real football, you can kind of rotate your players on the six to go, hey, give you a little bit of a breather. You don't need to be all hands. We can give you other people a shot and see what we can do.
I
at a
don't
disposal.
expect a decrease of skill level.
No,
I don't expect that.
absolutely not. And that was the I got talking to the
Kalem
Japan
ya
setup
Tasha.
this morning.
Kita nggak akan main.
And, spoke to them a little
low.
bit about the kind of the ideas behind it, and about as we kind of said yesterday, if you have like a superstar player and you're coming into a tournament where it's 2v2, how are you bringing that player, or how are you getting that player to bring teams up? Like, how are you going to bring up your teammates is the real question. Is it going to be a case that you scrimmage against them and then they kind of learn from you? Or is it going to be a case where you sit down, educate them and say, hey, this is what I do, and try and maybe put their game style? I think sometimes it's a little bit better to learn what those players are good at,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
maybe incorporate some of what you know, and then kind of maybe
Komentatornya
merge
bilang
those
kalau
ideas
main co-op
together.
itu
I mean,
kayak
certainly as a
gimana
coach,
sih
you will know
rasanya,
that
apalagi
more so
kalau
than anybody in terms of
apalagi
how you
buat
would
tim-tim
bring and
negara-negara
elevate
yang
players up. Would that be your
punya
approach,
superstar
Ricardo?
ya,
Of course,
punya bintang.
definitely.
Dan kita tahu Indonesia kan
kita
kita punya Faidan, kita punya Elga.
Absolutely, and of course we are
Apakah negara lain bakal saling ngobrol, saling belajar, atau mempelajari permainan lawan?
Commentator expert, but it's
Ya, kita tunggu aja. Ya, mungkin mereka masih nyeting formasi juga nih.
up and running, we are ready to watch them. So because again, as we said, Japan versus Indonesia has all the makings of any type of final you could think of. We're just incredibly lucky that we've got it in the group stage here. And I think having both games that we're taking a look at, and of course the way the group set up as well. Vietnam will be watching this with great intrigue. You can see there, that is the final group standing. So the hosts have finished third in terms of Qatar. Lebanon are through as runners-up. Tajikistan top the group. But I would say, again, from my memory at the moment, that Qatar have got one of the better third-place playoff records.
4 points, right?
4 points.
Yeah, this
so
is a
still
lot.
very good. Syria looked like they picked up that victory that they needed to put themselves in the conversation with India. They also have a 0 goal difference. So they've strengthened up their goal difference a bit, which is great news for Syria. So of course, looking at what we are going to see here now, like I say, it's just sit back, put the phone off the receiver, get the popcorn, get everything you want, get a blanket, get comfy. This is we can't oversell this. Lean back and enjoy, because this is going to be one of these games where I think we're going to see tactical nuances, we're going to see drama, we're going to see goals, and I don't really know how we can split it.
We will see high reaction times.
Yes, we will see almost like fighter pilot style kind of reactions.
We won't see 2 versus 2.
No,
we will see a 1 versus 1.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's 2 nations that are going to epitomise your theory of one brain solutions, this is going to be it, because these guys will know each other like the backs of their hand. And interestingly as well, on the right hand side of the screen, you talk about selections, no Elga to start this off for Indonesia, so it's going to be Ritsuki and the other representative from Indonesia coming in. And again, I mean, if you're an Indonesian player and you go, I've been selected for it, like, you're going to then look at your teammates and go, I need to learn from you. There's Elga, who's a former world esports champion. Has Rizky found out he's one of the best players that's ever come out of Indonesia? It's not bad to really learn from, is it, folks? Right?
It isn't.
It really isn't. I mean, it really, really isn't. And you know, I had a little bit of a joke just with Rizky just before he came onto stage, and I was like, "You've grown up. You've become a man." Because the last time I saw him was 2019 at the World Finals, where he was taking
Already
down
5 years
everyone.
ago, man.
5 years ago. Where
Don't
does
do
the
that to me.
time go? But he has gone from boy to man in front of our very eyes here. And again, looking at how these two teams are situated, as we said, we can talk about Indonesia, and we can talk about the quality. It just depends on whether the player skills are going to be up there or whether Japan are going to roll through them. And I don't know how to call it. Normally, as a commentator, as an expert, you would make predictions and you'd go, "Ah, we think
Ya,
this
mereka
one."
masih nyeting ya.
I would never dare.
I don't think there is any single prediction we could make other than this is going to be a great game to watch. That's the only prediction I know that will guarantee will come through. That's it.
If we only validate the performance of yesterday, I would go slightly for Indonesia.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't make sense to go on like that, because today is another day and we're talking about Japan.
Yeah. No, well, looking at it, and in terms of when we said about, these two teams both had their first games of the tournament yesterday, they were deep into the day.
Yeah.
A good few hours.
Yeah.
But we talk about travel, we talk about, getting rest and all of these things. These guys, it would have been that adrenaline shot of having their first games. And I think there was a little bit of that with Japan in the sense of they weren't quite sure. They were not quite sure as to how they were going to kind of take it on and really kind of press home their advantages. Because clearly they do have a lot of advantages with the player skills in the game. Indonesia, on the other hand, just took the handbrake off and let the bus roll down the hill because they were ready to go. They were ready to go.
Oke, mereka udah mulai ya. Oke, udah kedengeran suaranya.
We can see the chants of, have blown up as what we have seen through all of this competition, especially when these two nations are on the screen, because as
Going
esports
into the
goes,
game with a
they're
bismillah,
two
let's go.
fantastic nations and two fandoms that will not want to lose this
Oke, ada
game.
Jordi Amat di tengah.
As
Tetap Caraka dipakai.
Indonesia with red from the right
Indeed,
side,
Sullivan.
and Japan with the blue kits from the left side.
Indeed, in that fantastic blue strip.
Nice.
Yeah,
I would
man.
love to get a
Hubner.
hold of.
Beautiful
Here's
jerseys.
Hubner in towards Ferdinand. Ferdinand is a clock.
Clock dipakai, Ivan Jenner di tengah dipakai.
Look at this calmness.
Brilliant play
Look
there.
at this
Karaka.
accuracy.
Karaka blocked out of it by Machida. And towards Nakamura
Ya, di
on
Jepang
that
kalau
left-hand side.
uniform
Fantastic
ada
just
Maeda
inside
loh.
him.
Maeda speednya 90 di uniform.
Nakamura is still moving forward. It's cleared away though. It's going to be a real gut punch. Whoever takes the first goal here as Ito wins it back. Hatate looking
Nice.
here. The Minamino will try and capture it. Sullivan
Yeah,
wins it
kosong.
though. And Indonesia are on the charge here. Sullivan has got Sananta in the middle.
Slightly better start
Sabar,
for Indonesia.
sabar.
Great ball in there. It's just clipped away.
Bantu.
As far as
Tuh,
Arhan.
Pratama.
Arhan.
Oh,
what a
kosong.
ball! Karaka!
Wow!
What a ball! What a beautiful piece of vision! And Indonesia have completely cracked open that Japanese
Nice.
defense and have took the lead. What a ball! I don't think anybody in the building saw that except Indonesia.
Keren
They're
guys.
having a good laugh about it, but there was nothing funny about it. It was super serious. What a ball that is!
Look at that smiles, man.
It went
Cool as you
through-
like.
It went through the blue sea of players and landed at the feet of Karaka, who swept it home for 1-0.
And you could feel it. I told you they have this slightly better chance, but I couldn't expect that they go for that through pass and that goal. That was sensational, man.
Sometimes it is
1-0
the things
ya,
that you don't
Indonesia.
anticipate that will catch you cold. And I don't think anybody anticipated that type of defense-splitting ball. Here's Doan, though. Japan are going to try and answer quickly. Endo takes the foul. But you quite rightly said, you've said it quite a lot. Although a lot of these teams have players with through passing, we're not seeing anybody using the play style. We're not seeing anybody utilise that skill.
How about Indonesia?
No, well, they are now. Certainly
Do
are
they
now.
have-
I don't even think they needed it to execute that as the ball goes into the box. It was a phenomenal ball in. We said it was going to be fireworks. We said it was going to be chaos. What a ball into the box. We will be talking about that one for quite some time. Clock.
Ya, kosong.
Karaka, the goal scorer. Back to Clock. Clock with the stunning cross into the box. It's cleared back out the other way. Back to Clock still. It's passed into Karaka. Karaka.
Kosong lagi. Passing.
To Suleiman. Suleiman to Ferdinand. Looking back to Suleiman.
So in the first 20 minutes, I'm honest, I didn't expect that difference in the gameplay. I can see the clear dominance from Indonesia. Of course, Japan can change it, switch it instantly, but right now, Indonesia is making the game. They are dominating. Look at that fantastic pass.
Suleiman still there. Suleiman goes round the defence and gets cleared away. I would say this, it's like Indonesia play as though it's their personality. They play with fun, they play with happiness, and it's almost as though they're just here to just have a good
kita
time.
anak
If they
PS
win,
guys,
great.
mainnya
They will
happy
just play
semua.
their way. Here's Hatate.
But above all, they are playing with such a precise, accurate play. This is unreal. Their passes, they always know exactly what they want to do. It's nothing random. It's nothing by accident. It's nothing unintentional. All that what they do is planned. You can see it in their games. You can see their running behaviors. They exactly know where his mate will be. But I'm so impressed of the difference of the skill level right now. I would go so far to say now that Japan needs to stay cautious, not to concede more goals. If it goes on like that,
Jenna looks like he's eyeing up a pass again here. Suleiman.
You can't survive this pressure from Indonesia for 90 minutes. This is impossible.
Suleiman.
They are too clinical.
Sananta into the box, headed clear. It's cleared away here, and Japan have got to find a little bit of rhythm. Bearing in mind, it is only one goal.
And
the
nice.
but they've
Big
given the ball away.
mistake.
Here's Ivan Jenna. Ivan Jenna in towards Suleiman. Suleiman, can he score? He's pulled it back.
Oh!
Gina! The vision to find the back of the net from that angle. Through the legs of the goalkeeper, through the legs of the defender. What a finish that is from Indonesia, and they go 2 goals ahead.
I swear I have goosebumps. I swear I have goosebumps. What a sensational play that was. What a sensational game.
What was that word you said yesterday? Gila!
Yeah.
What a goal that is. What a goal. And again, it's just the chuckle. They're just happy. They're just like, yeah, we're 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up against one of the fancied nations. It's all right.
Plus 8 lawan Jepang.
It's patience, it's personality, and it's footwork from Indonesia. And that is the power. Almost like he said yesterday, it's not the player skills that are making these moves. It's the players on the sticks that are doing it. And it's beautiful to see.
Their timing is so insane. Their timing, the position,
the precision.
Insane.
It's the precision. It's knowing
Yo,
exactly,
Arhan.
as you quite rightly said,
Yo.
where their mate's going to be. Where is your teammate going to be at all times? Where is that next icon going to be? And there, they find it again. Jenna. It's a little bit of circus football here. Clock.
But I told you, you can't survive this pressure. Right in the next situation, they conceded. And I'm telling you, this won't stop here if Japan doesn't find a solution. This won't stop here. This 2-0. It won't end like that.
It's not going to stop
Nice,
here.
pressing terus.
I will say this much.
Tahan.
On this
Pintar.
whole situation will definitely be Vietnam. And where their kind of final standing will be after this game.
Look at this ball.
This is only game 1 as well, folks. This is only game number 1 here. This is game 1 of the 2 games we're going to see live on stream here. You see Minamino and
this was maybe the first time that I see the goalkeeper of Indonesia from the edge of the screen. Unbelievable, and the first half is almost over.
Well, I'll just put this in perspective for you. Vietnam do not play again.
Ya dari tadi Jepang nggak pernah kelihatan sih
Before it goes,
nyerang ke Indonesia ya.
Indonesia were top of this group.
3 orang.
That space, unbelievable.
Suleiman, can he find Suleiman stops.
Sabar.
This dribbling in the box of the opponent, man.
Suleiman. Our first penalty kick of the eAsian Cup, and it was
Look
well
at that
bought.
smile, man.
It was well bought. It was well bought there. It was timed, and the almost impatience of Japan gave that away. We're going to see this now.
Masa Arhan, serius.
First of all, it's going to be Arhan against the goalkeeper. Arhan.
And here you go. It's this is unreal. I see it from the first 10 minutes. Indonesia is totally
Arhan
dominating
ngambil
this
penalti
game,
dan masuk
going in
guys,
front
ditembak ke
3-0
tengah lagi.
in the first half. This is, and I'm still telling you,
This is
Half
we
time.
won't stop.
This is why we don't break predictions, folks, because you just don't know what is going to happen here.
Gila ya.
Especially with
Ayo.
the football, especially at the eAsian Cup. We are sitting here. Indonesia are 3 goals up against Japan after the day one, and we spoke to a couple of dignitaries and a couple of people around the venue who may have been like neutral. And every time I spoke to somebody, they were like, "Yeah, Indonesia's my favourite team." After what we saw, Indonesia's our favourite team.
And today,
it's probably still going to be that way.
they underlined it twice.
And I'll tell you who they might be the most favourite team of, Vietnam. I was about to make this point before that third goal was given in the penalty.
9 poin plus 9 guys, karena Indonesia leg pertama 3-0. Nanti golnya kita agregatin ya. Nanti kita agregatin.
Now it's -3.
Now it's -3. Do your
This
maths.
is
Oh
ridiculous.
There's
iya.
another half of football here.
Jepangnya
This might be
-3
the
ya.
occasion where
Three
without
more
a ball
halves.
being kicked, it's 3 more halves.
It's crazy.
This might be the occasion where we might see a movement in a table without a ball being kicked. Because if Vietnam might just be sat there going, "Come on, please score more."
Oh,
please
Leva
score more,
turun.
please
Yeah,
score more."
yeah.
Because it will then boost them up to runners up.
But it's completely ridiculous to talk about that.
I
We are
know.
talking about Japan.
I know, and that's the thing that blows my mind. We're sat here in utter confusion of
It's-
saying, "This is Japan. This was one of the
This
teams
is,
that we
this is the
earmarked." and said,
origin of this game.
I know,
This
it's
is-
unreal. I know, I'm struggling to find the words for it.
It's
because
like
I'm too
it's
excited
like
for what I'm
walking to the
seeing.
UK in the stadium and kick England out of 5-0.
I'd say it's insane. Hey, I know what you did there. I know what you
Oh,
did there.
Leva turun.
You can't do
No,
that.
you can't.
Leva
It's
turun.
You can't do that.
It's insane what they're doing here.
Leva
and it
turun,
cannot be
guys.
Understated how good this performance
Ya,
is.
tadi halftime Leva nggak turun ya. Kita lihat tadi Leva nggak turun, sekarang Leva turun.
Unreal. And as you quite rightly said, we have 3 other halves of this game on this live
Do you
stream.
believe that? Unreal. We have
Yo,
this game,
This
this
bisa,
is
second
bisa.
half,
a blessing.
and
for
then
what
we're
we've
going
got.
for a second game.
I know, it's insane, and we've still got another half of this to go. Absolutely incredible.
I need to save my energy for the
I know.
day. This is crazy.
It's the exact same thing that happened yesterday. We got into midway through the
But-
live stream, and we came up against games that Indonesia, funny enough, were in.
I can't hold myself. Look at this. They're again attacking.
Soliman in towards Ferdinand, cleared away, only as far as Jenna. Cleared away by Minamino. Doan. Japan have
And
got
can you
to
see
do
that? No
something
blue,
here.
no defense, nothing. They will go for the 4th goal.
Oh, it looks like
Oh.
interesting. Something that's just spotted in my corner of my field. of
Yeah,
vision.
I've seen that too.
Substitution
Yeah,
for Japan.
yeah,
Lever
yeah.
is now on the field.
Exactly.
The
They need
lever has now been in.
They
but,
need to change something.
but is the damage done?
And
Psychologically, is the damage done?
Yeah.
Because to be subbed in as a 3
Oh,
see,
Offside,
oh,
yes.
nice.
to be subbed in as a situation where it's 3 goals down, and you essentially sub in your superstar after saying, "Do you know what, you can sit down for a bit." I think even Japan now realise the issue they're now in. They've now recognised
Yo.
that actually we're in a bit of a
Au.
problem here, because if they concede more, then it's going to make the next game harder. If they concede even more, they can find themselves into conversations of best third-placed playoffs.
From
over the
Leva's point of view, it's not easy now because he's not warmed up.
months. Exactly. You're gonna come on
All
cold.
of them 3 players now on the pitch are warmed up except him.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely,
Oh.
and that's a big factor in it
Cakep.
as well.
and he's got pressure.
Yeah.
They are expecting a lot from him because, as you
pressure.
said, he's the superstar.
There's pressure, there's hot hands, there's every kind of e-sport kind of explanation you can think of. But he's got all of that to combat, not to mention the fact that there is a 3-goal deficit staring him in the face.
But I can see now that Japan is more in control of
They're
the
a bit
game than
tighter,
compared to the first half.
a bit tighter, a bit more compact, and certainly that will work in the short term. But again, if we get a kind of a mirror of this game in the second game, it could be real bad problems. He's aware of that. In towards Doan. Doan with the sling cross into the box.
Hati-hati, hati-hati guys.
Goalkeeper? Indonesian have something like that? Goalkeeper?
No. Yeah, I was going to say they have an 18-yard box. It's insane.
Yeah.
But it's the pressure. It's how I dare
Nice.
say almost ordinary they've made Japan look here.
Yeah, but
Up.
you can now see it's a difference now compared to the first
Oh,
half.
absolutely.
Japan is doing now a better job.
Absolutely, but
Is
the
it
ball
enough?
given away there.
Sabar,
We
sabar,
will see.
sabar.
We'll
Ayo.
find that out.
Pop to Jenna. Jenna across to Ferdinand. Sananta. With the sort of
Cakep.
The pressure of Indonesia is unreal. Look at that, only 2 players in their
Yeah,
own
great
halves.
little super cancel there.
How do you want to overcome that as an opponent? This is so hard, man. Giving you no space, surrounding you always by 2-3 players in your own half. This is such a high pressure, high up the pitch. This is unreal.
it's unbelievable what we're seeing here.
Ugh.
It really is. Here's Atate though. Japan get one back here.
Sabar. Nice.
Corner, nothing given. Strong enough by Indonesian defensive standards is Karaka. Sananta
Ya, kita masih bisa subs.
blockers now.
Subs pemain kita cepet-cepet semua.
Down the right hand side to Sandy Walsh. Walsh, Karaka,
Oh.
headed down beautifully. Strike on!
Ooh!
Brilliant goal from Indonesia! It's 4!
Oh my gosh.
And you see
Nice.
Elga's
Elga's
so
like,
happy.
look
He's
at
like,
this.
oh, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Unbelievable finish. And again, the awareness to head
I'm
it
not
down
even on the pitch, man.
rather than flick it backwards. It was the awareness to head it down back
Exactly.
across the other way.
You would expect that.
Exactly. You wouldn't expect a knockdown. Brilliant.
Keren,
lead.
guys.
Expect the
4-0.
unexpectable here.
Exactly.
This is Indonesians' play style. Unreal.
It's like the game. Do you know what it's like? It's like the game with the ball in the cups. You switch around the ball and you're trying to hide the ball. It's literally what they're doing in Indonesia right now. They're just saying, which cup's it under? Ah, it's under the left one. No, it's not. It's the right one. They just keep finding ways to just magic everything out of.
Can you
out of the
imagine
net.
that Japan is now scared of the knockout stage?
Yeah.
After that performance yesterday, this is crazy.
Ya,
Minus 4.
It's pressure.
ini Jepang bisa
Only
jadi
2 goals.
peringkat
The issue
ketiga
is
loh
as well, and you think about
di
it from
bawah
a psychological
Vietnam
standpoint,
kalau kebobolan
Japan
banyak gini,
and their players come into this game
dan mereka
knowing
bisa
what they needed.
nggak lolos ke 16 besar.
Day 2, you know what
Iya
they
nggak sih?
wanted. India, for example, knew they
Bahaya
needed to
banget
win
ini.
and they were in the top 2 of their group.
Yep.
Japan knew all they needed to do, and I say as simple as this, is Ito comes forward. But it's just, I'm making this sound really simple.
Ya, Kambuaya
Just
masuk,
get
Sadil
through
masuk.
Indonesia. But having that pressure and knowing what they saw
Struik dari
yesterday,
Mas Derajat masuk,
it's
mantap.
It's a completely different pressure. So where that hits the strike, it's Ito who's going to recover it.
And you know what? Indonesia will give everything
Exactly.
to kick them out.
Exactly.
They
It's-
are like, we are the
it's-
number
it's-
one here.
Yeah, it's international, as we said, international
Yeah.
bragging rights is what is on the line here, and it's
They
international.
won't go easy on them. They
Absolutely.
won't.
Absolutely. Because
5-0, no problem. I
if
will
you
go
have
for the
chances
6th one.
come-
Oh,
Yeah,
nice
So
locked
Gerard,
pass.
Gerard, could he get back in 5? It's bounced back kindly for Patinama.
Look at this calm
Patinama,
dribbling in the
very
box.
calm.
This is
Patinama picks his spot.
Oh!
It's 5!
Woo!
Allah, what is this, bro?
What is going on here? It's 5 again from Indonesia.
This
It was
is
the
unreal.
patience. It's what you said. That little bit of dribbling from Patinama, just
It's
to
like
lay
he's
the cross.
alone on the pitch.
It's like he's got a force field around him. It's like he's just got like the no, you can't come within 2 yards of me.
And he was close to the
Unreal.
5-yard box.
But Patinama, and it could get even worse. It's
Ya,
only 7
Jepangnya
minutes
beda
left
banget
in.
mainnya ya.
It could potentially put Japan on the rack here
After
after
this,
one game.
after this match, after yesterday,
Struik forward to Drown.
I will-
Patinama looking back in for the forward. It's
I'm
cleared.
really thinking about
Corner
who
ball.
could beat them. Hard for me to
Like I
find
said,
anyone here.
Like I said, if we want to get a Saudi Arabia Indonesia grand final, give me one of those every day of the week.
And we will see Iran today.
Yeah, we will
We
see
will
the
see
Islamic
Iran
Republic,
today
the Islamic Republic of
with
Iran
the
will be
world
later on
champion
today.
Hassan Pajani.
But
Ah,
it's not
yeah,
yet done
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Ball
True.
in from Indonesia.
First time to set the direction at the corner kick.
It's a trajectory set indeed, just to disguise what set piece tricks that Indonesia have
5-0.
is
I can't
unbelievable.
believe that what I
5
see.
guys.
Unbelievable. And it's not over
Do I
yet.
dream?
There's still time on the clock. And Ramdani is standing over the corner.
Yes, Munik.
Ramdani into the box. It's gonna go
Anak-anak
to
kita emang tahu cara main PS sih.
gathered by
E-football emang
Power and that's for the
ya
most work he's done
mainan anak
outside
rental
the
banget
back
lah.
of his own
Apalagi kita udah banyak co-op
is Jenna.
dari
He's
zaman
headed
dulu.
down, but it's won by Japan.
Jadi
They get one goal.
chemistry-nya udah dapat
Even
banget.
got a little bit of doubt in
They
this
are
Indonesian
hungry.
setup.
They are still
ayo.
hungry. They want the 6-man. They want the 7. They will move on.
They are hungry and they
Awas.
lost their manners. But Asano is in here. Can Japan get one back? Japan
They
have
can.
got one.
And it's important. Every goal now
very,
will be
very
really
important.
important.
Japan have got one back, and it puts them at a -4 goal difference. So, again, as it stands, if you are a fan of Vietnam, you are looking for a 3-goal swing in the final game. Japan just need them to maybe just get 1 point, but Indonesia look like coming back down the other way. Trajad.
This calm dribbling.
Calm dribbling
That's
once
it.
more.
Look
Trajad.
at this tight and calm dribbling. This is wow.
Still there, still going.
Nah, sabar.
Okay.
Come and catch me if you can.
Ball in. Is that going to go
Nice.
for the corner? It
So
is.
much pressure, man.
It's unbelievable amount of pressure. You can even see there that Japan are on all-out defence, which means they are asking for every player to have their defensive duties on show here. Indonesia, though, have been all action.
Japan has got no time to breathe, whether it's in the back or in the front. It's unbelievable, unreal.
Ball into the box, and there'll be a header on. Oh, it's headed down in the box, but it will finish 5-1 for Indonesia.
5-1
That by
match
any
pertama
stretch
dan kita masih ada
is
leg
a
kedua ya.
demolition. That is a demolition.
My jaw is at the floor.
Absolutely.
Kalau kalian lihat tabel di sebelah itu, aduh, Jepang rawan banget itu. Kalau match
5 goals, no.
Maybe some of the Indonesian community may have
ya
anticipated that.
setuju Bro Rico, Indonesia emang levelnya dunia, makanya kita harus ya naikin terus nih pamornya eFootball di Indonesia ya. Jangan kalah sama game-game lain.
5-1, and we still got, as we said, we've got another game of Japan versus
Ya susahnya main yang di ini tuh satu uniform, jadi semua rata. Tapi karena ini negaranya Asia, uniformnya tuh nggak secepet negara-negara Eropa. Jadi kalau berat tuh berat banget. Dan anak-anak ini kan udah pada main kemarin di EFL ya, pada pakai uniform. Jadi itu kayaknya agak kebantu sih. Walaupun di EFL ya EFL pakai card sih, pakai apa? Dream team, pakai dream team. Tapi ini sih gila sih. Entah Jepangnya grogi banget atau karena Jepang juga kan ada pemain yang tampil di Barcelona ya, ada Udi yang di sana lagi main. Kenapa mereka nggak kirim Udi juga karena kan Udi individual di sana. Tapi ini timnas kan ada Leva ya. Manajernya Maya GK loh. Maya GK nggak kelihatan ya dari tadi kita nggak lihat Maya GK. Tapi ini bahaya sih Jepang. Bukannya leg 2 di sini, iya leg 2 di sini. Katanya mereka tadi bilang bakal langsung. Bagus lah, karena mereka juga kayaknya pengen nonton sih, karena mereka tahu. Karena kayaknya kemarin waktu Indonesia main lawan Vietnam terakhir itu viewernya paling banyak kan, sampai 18.000. Ya mereka diskusi guys, kita lihat. Ya mereka harus ngobrol sih, karena resiko banget kalau lawan Indonesia open play kayak tadi. Ya leg 2 belum main ya, itu leg 2 belum main. Jadi kita juga mesti nunggu, kayaknya mereka juga break. Dan emang gak ada match lagi karena kan harusnya jadwalnya ada Hong Kong. Ada Hong Kong lawan apa gitu, tapi Hong Kong mengundurkan diri guys. Makanya jumlah negara yang tampil hari ini di event ini tuh berkurang 1. Awalnya jadwalnya 20 plus Hong Kong. Sekarang total jadi 19. Dan hari ini tuh jadwal tuh ada Hong Kong. Dan kita ya bless banget ya. Pokoknya Indonesia mah hoki banget lah. Diberkatin banget. Main import partai penting lawan Jepang. Dua-duanya ditayangin. Ya mungkin gara-gara Hong Kong gak main sih. Karena Hong Kong kan mengundurkan diri. Makanya jadwal broadcastnya Hari ini dua-duanya Jepang Indonesia ditayangin di channel ini guys. Ya kita tunggu aja. Kita tunggu. Ya Jepang rawan lah. Jepang rawan banget ini. Bukannya doain Jepang pulang juga sih karena ya sama-sama temen ya. Cuman ya kita kan kalau ikut turnamen kan ngejar juara ya. Jadi kalau maksimal mungkin bisa meminimalkan kekalahan di partai berikutnya, kenapa enggak kita pulangin Jepang hari ini gitu kan, supaya mereka nggak lanjut ke 16 besar, karena kita nggak tahu nanti di 16 besar mental mereka bakal lebih on fire lagi gitu kan, di atas angin. Lawan terberat kayaknya kalau lihat angka sekarang Arab Saudi sih, sama ada Iran kita nggak tahu nih, Hasan Pajani. Nah Iran tuh sekelompok sama Hong Kong kemarin, makanya kita nggak ngelihat karena Iran sama Tajikistan poinnya sama, dan menurut aku nggak terlalu nunjukin skill aslinya sih. Hasan kan juara dunia 3 kali tuh, jadi kita masih nunggu sih Iran dengan Hasan Pajani plus temennya kita nggak tahu siapa main di co-op itu kayak apa. Kemarin aku juga belum sempat lihat permainannya Iran, tapi so far sampai hari ini ya, sampai detik ini kita ngelihat dengan Jepang permainan kayak gini ya, Indonesia di atas angin banget sih. Aku sih sangat-sangat optimis sama yakin sama teman-teman ya, Indonesia bisa juara ya. Yang pernah ngalahin Faidan nggak ada. Faidan kemarin di Jepang Tokyo lawan siapa ya? Maya GK, Udi Jepang, tapi nggak ada Udinya nggak main. Ada Etorito Itali, tapi kan ini Asia semua, jadi di Asia nggak ada. Elga kalah sama Jepang sama Leva. Jadi Faidan masih belum ketemu lawan yang ngalahin dia sih kayaknya, tapi lawan Jepang kalah sih ya. Aku tuh lupa di Jepang dia kalah sama siapa. Irak kenapa nggak ada? Irak karena nggak ngirim tim e-sport, mungkin nggak ada playernya juga kali ya, komunitasnya saya nggak tahu, kurang tahu juga. Ini langsung main ya, mereka udah lagi siap-siap nih. Kita langsung lanjut leg 2. Aduh, gimana kalau Indo naturalisasi Alex? Janganlah, gini aja udah cukup. Alex perlu belajar sama kita, Rico. Makanya Alex mau main di EFL Liga 1 juga karena dia pengen belajar di Indo itu main e-football kayak apa. Di Eropa nggak ada yang kayak kita loh. Kita udah punya sistem yang terbaik lah. Komunitas paling militan, komunitas paling fanatik main winning, main PS. Ya, kita berharap Indonesia bisa main kayak tadi ya. Karena tadi kita kelihatan banget pas Leva masuk langsung berubah banget. EFO Mobile nggak ada kejuaraannya, kenapa ya? Ya karena emang nggak populer PlayStation-nya sih, dan ya harusnya eFootball juga ada otentiknya kan. Ya mudah-mudahan kita nggak deadlock ya. Tuh kita berdoa. Oke guys, enjoy, sama-sama nonton ya.
Japan in the blue from right to left as we see Ferdinand deliver the ball to that post, cleared away only as far as Hatate.
Yeah,
Gamora look towards the red there, but it's cleared away. Sananta.
Kalau di bola kita masih ngitung-ngitung lolos 16 atau enggak, di sini kita ngitung-ngitung buat pulangin Jepang loh. Gila sih. Ya, tapi itu game lah ya. Tapi ya buat aku sih bangga banget ya Indonesia bisa sampai level segini. Level tertinggi lah ini ya di Asia. Irak ada ya? Ya nggak tahu nih kenapa nggak tampil. Aku juga, karena kita juga nggak ada info kapan mereka seleksi, kapan mereka ngumumin.
Cleared away again by Japan. A little bit of a better opening here for Japan. Indonesia though still on the hunt here. Sananta with a flying strike. Stunning strike from distance. Tried to catch the keeper out early. And Japan make the save. Indonesia got the throw in.
Iya di ASF ada Irak ya? Ada kah? Aku lupa sih. Mungkin nyari co-opnya yang susah.
throw-in. Throw is cleared. Nakamura, left-hand side.
Cakep.
Sullivan. What a game this is. I mean, it's got every piece of drama over it. I mean, again, if Japan somehow hold Indonesia to a draw, that will be enough to see them through.
It's
you
so
say
ridiculous
with a chuckle,
to talk about
I make
that,
it
man.
sound like it's just like, yeah, this is normal. We did not expect this, folks, and both as expert and commentator.
Aduh,
But
hati-hati.
Doan looks to be making his way through. Doan, can he get all the way through for Japan? Stunning
Ooh.
strike!
Wow.
Doan scores!
Okay. Now that's the response.
That's the response we looked for, and that'll be the response that Japan will be happy to see. Doan scores and makes it 1-0 for Japan, who, as we said, opening 15 minutes,
Stunning, guys.
they started a lot better than they did in the first game. See a neat little knockdown here. Again, it was just straight running from Doan. His players were struggling to catch up. Nakamura's trying his best, and he had to kind of go for the shot in truth.
With the stunning into the long
Stunning into the corner.
That was smart.
Smart play there. And Doan makes it
Agregat 25 ya.
1-0.
Dan Jepang berarti
Indonesia,
poin 6 nih.
first time in this tournament, find themselves in a losing predicament. We'll have to see what Indonesia are now made of. Ball into the box, headed down. You've kept your eyes on social media over the last day or so. You've certainly seen sort of Indonesia's long throw antics. They certainly know how to make the best of a long throw situation. They didn't on that occasion. Here's Jenna.
Ooh. And it's super important for Japan, isn't it? That
Absolutely.
goal.
That goal's massive.
So important.
Massive for confidence, massive for the complexity of the game.
It feels still unreal to me to talk about these kind of topics, you know, because I'm
Ah.
just talking about Japan.
Yep.
Di
Well,
uniform
we have-
pasti
we have
berat
to- we
untuk
have to
respon,
mention
guys,
just
serius.
go. They were and still are considered one of the
Bukan pemain gak mencet ya, tapi emang respon
Yes, in-game. Yep.
responnya di in-game-nya berat banget karena bukan uniform aja tapi karena Indonesianya juga, karena tim Asia. Kemarin kita lihat beberapa juga gerakannya agak berat ya.
Also, the defensive players are really, really good.
You've got Tommy Yasu, who is
Wow,
a statement player, as we know.
Sabar,
In
saya sabar.
Indonesia, they have essentially better as the sum of their parts. Tate wins it back, a little bit more aggression in the midfield from Japan. Won back though by Indonesia. It's Ferdinand. Ferdinand in towards Sananta. Build up towards Ueda. Jenna wins it back.
Nice.
Sananta into the box, in for Karaka again. Tries to get the footwork going. Nearly gets the angle, but there was a big foot in there.
How they
From
break
Japan.
every opponent is with the crosses, with the lofted passes in front of the opponent's box to secure the balls with the forwards there. This is what causes the most problems to all of the opponents. This is, I wouldn't expect that they would be so effective against Japan too, but here you go.
Indeed. Fortune favours the brave here. Japan are pushing the issue. They will want to see themselves over the line, as you said. You don't want to be left down to goal difference. You want points to be said. You don't want to be left down to anybody else.
Oh,
Doan tries to make his way through
hati-hati.
again. It's cleared up towards Sananta. Sullivan.
And as far as Indonesia know, they are not satisfied with that. Really not satisfied. They don't care if they are already first, already through. They want to win every game.
Absolutely.
Every single game needs to be a win, a victory for Indonesia.
There is a must-win attitude that runs through all of that Indonesia contingent that is here.
Yo,
Zarhan plays it
sabar.
forward with Sullivan down the line towards Sananta. Sananta, what can he do here? Itakura wins it back. Japan, as we said,
But Leva
have
makes
got
a
that
difference.
response. They've got that response.
Thanks to Leva. He's
think
making
so.
the difference.
I think so, and I think the way they started this game was a lot better as well, into the box and for weather.
I
But
think they will
I think it's
regret to put him on the bench.
I think it's the opening bit of the game that really sets that tempo. Within the first 15 minutes is where the tempo of the game and where the kind of real decisions come in, I feel.
Yeah, but you could see when Leva was subbed in the second half, they played better in
They
the
did
second
play
half.
better.
And here he's playing it from the beginning, and you can see they are leading 1-0,
Absolutely.
and it's good. I
Looks like
couldn't
it's
see
gonna be
many
half
chances
time.
for Indonesia.
Uh,
So
And a lot less chances. for
yeah,
Indonesia.
exactly. So he seems to make the difference here.
so it does make a
Ya,
huge difference.
Probably was the wrong decision to let him out.
kelihatan banget ya ada Reva. Beda banget mainnya.
But it's like you say, you make a mistake once,
Ayo.
you make it twice.
Ya kita nggak perlu menang sih, cuman kalau di sini kita nggak bisa menang dan one day kita ketemu lagi mereka di knockout bahaya juga nih.
I don't think it's a
Jadi
decision
makanya sini bisa jadi ajang pemanasan juga sih buat
replicated
teman-teman ya
anytime
yang
soon.
tampil.
I don't
Buat
think-
Rizky,
again,
buat
if you have-
Audi.
yes,
Ayo.
you can understand resting players. Yes, you can understand the fact that they didn't. I maybe. And I think
Kursor merah siapa ya? Tadi agak lama sih respon sama di depan pegang bola juga kayaknya agak
you maybe think to
ya
yourself,
coba ngebaca pergerakan teman sih tapi
therefore, you probably don't need to put him in. Whereas I think
kurang
once they realise
cepet,
the peril that is then
kurang
presented-
gesit.
But it's the only 2 games today.
Yeah, but I don't think they went in with the attitude thinking we're going to.
Yeah,
we are
getting. Yeah.
Kita 45 menit terakhir ya.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll probably get a point and it won't be so bad. Whereas I think once the alarm bells went at half time,
Yeah.
3-0 down in one half and they've got another 3 halves to go.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think that's where the psychology comes into it. Say, okay, we need to make sure we make this change, and it certainly has been the correct call to sub him in this game, or at least have him playing in this game, because Japan have been far better this game than they were in the first. It's a hard hand. Wants to get it down the line for Indonesia. Of course, it's not quite over here for Indonesia. Yes, they will have topped their group with 9 points, but the reality is that actually they can still put Japan in some danger. Here's Sananta over to Ferdinand. Ferdinand to Sullivan. Jenna. It's clock in towards the box for Sananta. It's that triangle move almost, is that the ball goes in and then you're looking for a header across. It's that little kind of triangle. We've seen it a lot in 1v1 play. To see it replicated, or at least attempt to replicate in 2v2,
It's
something
so hard.
very different.
Yeah.
But they seemingly are able to replicate it because they
Masuk.
understand
Ah,
the
nggak
movement
dapat.
that's required. It just turns out that also that Japan understand the movement that's required, and as such their defensive work has been so much better in the second game. Endo with the throw potential.
But I like the response from Japan. I really enjoy it, to be honest.
It was needed.
We need a fight, you know?
It was needed purely on the basis of the trouble that they were in. They realised and knew
Awas
the trouble
jauh,
they were
awas
in.
jauh.
And I think it's great that they made that adjustment, because I
Oh.
thought
Nice.
back heel, great
Nice one.
manual save.
Nice one. From both sides.
But they needed to make the adjustment because they need to secure that passage through. Yes, you could potentially qualify as one of the best, third-placed teams, but you don't want to leave it up to the statisticians to work that out. You want to be, okay, we're in top 2. I don't need to worry about whether I was one of the best 4. So we'll see Nakamura, left-hand side. Nakamura down to Hatate. Hatate into the box, looking at the back post. Punches clear by the goalkeeper.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Suddenly with a great ball across there from Indonesia is Sananta to Karaka.
Masuk ke tengah.
And to Clock looking for a through ball, just closed the door, did Japan there. It's headed down, but it's recovered by Ueda in towards Doan. Can he get the ball into the box here?
He can.
Brilliant ground ball, brilliant.
Wow!
Oh, that is!
This is what I expect from Japan.
That was a beautiful piece of what felt like engineering from Japan.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
was a great
I
ball
agree.
across on the ground, which nobody expects. And again, the awareness to use heel trick, the awareness to get the ball back across. Again, it's one of the easiest tap-ins you're going to see. And Japan have got themselves a 2-goal lead here in a response that they needed, not only for confidence, not only for how that first game finished, but with their desires to get through to the latter stages here.
Nice banget. Kita ke bawah temponya Jepang nih. Permainan kita agak berubah di game kedua. Kelihatan banget. Terlalu banyak nunggu ya kalau kata aku sih. Mereka harus berubah sih. Mereka Rizky ayo Riz. Bisa Riz. Sama Pak Udi. Ngobrol.
I think Indonesia, I think, are quite relaxed about this because they've won anyway. They've got through the group. They're happy enough.
With their competitor mindset,
Number 18.
it will annoy them. Yeah,
Internally it'll
exactly.
annoy them, but
But in general, it won't disturb.
it certainly won't disturb them, especially knowing that they are going to be top of the tree in Group D. Ball goes into the box here.
Yo!
On the phone! There is
They
one
are
back.
laughing and smiling. Can
Nice.
you see that?
Satu.
Group leaders of Group D are not quite finished yet. Brilliant. Again, it's that almost what feels like a magical through ball. In terms of it just splits the entire defense.
Yeah,
you see it again here.
Yo, main.
It's all about
Right,
timing.
It's like timing. It's cold. It's
And the dosage of the pass has to be perfect. Just slightly stronger, slightly weaker, and you will have an inaccurate pass. They are doing this like no one else here. This through passes.
Point accuracy from Indonesia.
Sabar.
But again, to maybe for Vietnam fans, they may be looking for a little bit more from Indonesia to maybe get them up and through, at least in the top two of their group. But Ramdhani will run out of play. And again, for Japan now, you would say hold the fort. Like you're 20 minutes left, Med. What's the game plan? I asked you for the team talk. What's now the game plan for Japan?
For Japan,
Yeah.
now
What's the game plan? 20 minutes to go. You know that a win will more than likely secure you.
I wouldn't change the style anymore because you won't lose that. Okay, maybe you lose the game, can be, but you won't lose it with -3 goals. So make the best out of it. Go for the try-hard mode, and see this last minutes as a practice for the knockout stage. So full try-hard mode, 100%, and yeah, don't be too easy. Don't be too loose. You know.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I could not have put it better myself. You know, in different languages, there's different meanings. For me, it's gamesmanship. Run out the clock. Try and just isolate the game or ice the game and just completely freeze Indonesia in their tracks because they know that, again, if there is almost an avalanche of goals, I'm not saying there will be, but there certainly could be, which is always, you know, as a risk-averse individual like myself, if there is any could-be's involved, you are shutting those down immediately. And in terms of what we've got here, it's Japan trying to get forward. It's Patinama. Drajad.
Indonesia wants it. You can see they went on red. They are
Drajad
more
Nice.
offensive.
off there for Ramdhani. Ramdhani trying to make his way through again. Indonesia still sniffing, trying to sniff out a goal. Ball to the back post, cleared away.
Yeah, you can't impress me easily in life, but today I have to say this Indonesia and also Leva, I have to give him that credits that he changed the game with subbing him in. So respect to whom respect is due. Credit to whom credit is due.
It's the right call from the Japanese head coach. It's the right call because again, we could be sitting here and if Leva had not been subbed in, this could have been a very different game too that we're seeing here right now.
I agree.
Very different indeed. But what we have seen here today is Indonesia are here to prove a point. Japan can be got at in terms of what lessons we're learning for the knockout
What
stage.
big mistake here.
Asano, we're talking about Japan. Asano's made his way through here.
Awas di fake.
Asano, good save from the goalkeeper.
He expected the manual goalkeeping from
Absolutely.
the opponent.
And look at that from
Full red.
Indonesia. All
Full
out
offensive.
attack.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Talk about not wanting to give anything to your opponent.
Wow.
Ball goes into Drajad. Can he sneak the ball in?
He can. He can.
Drajad
Of
trying
course
to get
he
the ball
can.
in. Still going. Well, it's cleared away and not long left.
Maybe enough time for
Maybe
one attack.
One more attack if
Yeah.
Indonesia can work the ball. And they can work the ball. Here's Ardhan. There goes the
GG's.
final whistle. Japan get themselves out of a jam. 2-1. You can see the
Nice
relief.
game, nice game.
Yes.
That is a relieved 2 sets of players
Combined
there.
with disappointment.
Ya, keren lah ya guys. Terakhir matchnya. Ya, so far good sih. Ya, kita pasti lolos. Tetap lolos. Dan kalah 1-2 ini semoga teman-teman bisa evaluasi ya. Nanti di knockout, karena ngeri juga nih kalau knockout kemainnya kayak gini. Tapi minimal mereka bisa belajar dulu sih Leva main kayak apa kombinasinya. Thank you buat teman-teman semuanya yang udah nonton, udah temenin kita. Indonesia main lagi harusnya hari Minggu ya, hari Minggu tanggal 4 Februari. Nanti kita update di sosial media buat update matchnya. Oke, sampai ketemu guys. Thank you semuanya. Bye.